I've written many times about how we must meet the moment with awareness. And the way you do that is you begin the day with the proper meditation. Not any meditation, not meditation with mantras and chants and symbols or rituals or contorting your body in different shapes. No, there mustn't be the hand of man in it. And it mustn't be a meditation that encourages you to get lost in fantasy and dreaming of beautiful lakes and scenes. It mustn't be that. Nor must it be a meditation that tells you to blank the mind and fill the mind with some meaningless sound or chant or something. No, there must not be the hand of man. All of these things have the hand of man in them, and they don't come from God, and therefore they're not going to help you. They're just more of the same. More of the same that's gotten you where you are now. What has gotten you where you are now? First of all, being lost in thoughts, lost in emotions, reacting to things that happen and getting angry and getting upset and getting excited and making mistakes and then seeing your mistakes and not wanting to see them and blaming other people and escaping into thought and fantasy and daydreams and trying to rearrange the past and worried about the future and making more mistakes. That's where you've been up until now. So anything that encourages you to escape into thought or into fantasy or into imagination or into something that's not true, even a positive affirmation is usually just lying. See, lying to oneself. So that's just more of the same. The only thing is that it's done with a veneer of something good. It's said to be good and has a veneer of respectability about it. So it's even more dangerous. You're almost better off messing up totally and laying in the gutter and then see the truth about yourself than using some kind of a technique that takes away awareness. Do you understand? When you hide in imagination, when you hide in rosy themes and hide in beautiful words, see, and beautiful music, and when you have a feeling of holiness about yourself, then all you're doing is being immersed in lies and feelings, and they take you away from your Creator. They take you away from reality. So let's get back to the proper meditation, which is so simple, so very simple. You get up in the morning, you go sit quietly somewhere, and you close your eyes, and you watch the little pixels of light on the inside of your eyelid. You just look at those, you watch them. And at the same time, you become aware of your hand, perhaps your right hand, in your lap or hanging by your side. You become aware of your hand so that it becomes just a little bit tingly. And just do that. And then you will have a bit of detachment, a slightly distant feeling. When you go out in the world and now you are pre-armed with, see, when you are closer to God's light, when you're closer to intuition, then you have access to truth, and you have access to understanding, and you have access to wisdom, and you have access, most importantly, to patience. And so you meet the moment unemotionally, and you observe what's happening, and you don't react to it. You remain slightly detached. You see it almost as if it were happening to someone else. And you watch. And if anything is required of you, often nothing is required. But if something is required of you, and you don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, that's innocent. That's a sincere attitude. It's a spirit of wondering what to do. And God answers that. And all of a sudden, the problem will take care of itself. Or all of a sudden, something will come to you, a word, a gesture. Or perhaps nothing will come to you, and that means nothing is required. And the moment passes, and you're safe, and you handle the moment properly. And now, having handled it properly, there's no need to revisit it again. See, I'm going back and forth between now and the proper way of meeting life. I'm telling you the proper way, and then I'm telling you what you undoubtedly have been doing. And what you've been doing up to now is that you don't have alert preparedness, you're not meditating properly, You meet the moment, if something surprises you, and you react emotionally with anger, with excitement, with resentment, with hurt feelings, see, with irritation. And then you're moved by that emotion to do the wrong thing, to make the wrong gesture, to say the wrong thing, to do the wrong thing. See? And then, because of that, you didn't meet the moment perfectly. And somehow you're aware of that. You are aware you didn't meet it perfectly, but you don't want to see it. So then you escape into imagination. You either distract yourself with something else so you don't have to see it, or you relive the moment. Very often when we've failed, and the bigger our failure has been, even when it's in some little moment with our loved one, we become irritated, and that's a failure. You see? So you become irritated, and then you feel guilty, and then you're too nice, but underneath was resentment and irritation, and that's a failure. And so you see it, and you don't want to see it, but then you revisit the moment. You revisit it over and over again. You try to rearrange it, perhaps with blaming someone or something to make yourself look good, and thinking about how next time you'll handle it. See? And perhaps you have worry about the next time, and so on and so forth. So that's what you've been doing up until now. Or you compensate. You say, well, I'll get a master's degree in psychology, or I'll lose weight, or I'll get divorced and find a man that doesn't always irritate me, or I'll go have something at Starbucks, and then I'll go shopping and I'll feel better, or I'll go get a massage, or you're always trying to escape into more feelings, more evasions, more lies. See? So now you meet the moment properly, and you don't have to revisit the moment again. Now the moment has passed, and you are free to meet the new moment. Do you understand? There's no lingering emotion. There's no anxiety. There's no guilt. There's no baggage from the past. There's no memory. You're free, and totally free, with an attitude of alert preparedness. You're ready to meet the next moment perfectly, and the next moment